Back on the road, finally out of the warehouse. Not that I mind the hours, because, money's money. But it hurted the old backy, especially after that accident I had. My back's already sore. Stacking car batteries on top of that, it hurts. Anyway, enough of my bitching. Y'all know that I hate the news and news, media. Anybody trying to tell you what or how to think in a soundbite time frame. Now, books, I believe, can help teach you how to think because it's long form. It's very in-depth. It's like thinking. But little soundbite, clickbait, news stories, no. That is the worst way in the world to get any idea from. It's a bad way to even get a fact because they say what facts matter. And I'm getting off on a tangent. Anyway, so I hate the news. And I would like to offer a suggestion. This is what I do. So when I hear, and I try not to hear, but you hear things. Wow, the economy is doing so much better. Take a pause. Think of your own life. What am I doing? What does my day-to-day look like? How many hours do I work? What am I doing at work? How does my work treat me? What's in my bank account? What's my savings account like? How are my investments looking? How is my retirement plan looking? It's difficult, but you've got to ignore everything you hear and everything that's being told to you and just look at your life, and the lives of people around you. So every time I hear, especially politicians saying how wonderful, because everyone's always going to say that they've helped the economy. And everyone always has numbers to prove it. What I do, just driving around to people, I see homeless people on every corner. Did I see that 4 or 5 years ago? Pre-COVID? No, I did not. I look at how my friends are living, how hard they're working to survive, and basically, their day-to-day lives. Have they gotten better, worse, stayed the same? I would say that's about the same. My own life, I think of how much I work now and what I'm getting out of my work and how far my money is going. And I would say that I am making a lot better financial decisions than I did 4 or 5 years ago. But I would also say that I do think that I'm paying a lot more for essentials, such as food and housing and things like that. So, my financial situation has improved, but it's not a result of any sort of economic overall improvement. It's a result of A, working a fuck ton of hours, and B, not spending any money. I think that the things that I do have to spend money on, such as mostly groceries and housing and cars and transportation, things like that, I think those costs have definitely increased for what I'm getting out of them. So this is just a very small example of how you have to decide whether something that you're hearing is true or not, or relevant or not. For example, you could hear hey, all the race baiting that media loves to do. I go out, I see people of all races getting along fairly well, and for the most part, I think for a while there was quite a bit of anti-Mexican propaganda, and I saw, well, at least one rather unkind conversation between a couple people. Once again, though, I don't think that was a natural thing. I think that was fueled by media saying that we need to hate each other. So what I try to do, and what I would encourage everybody to do, when you hear something like the economy is so much better, or the economy is so much worse, or these groups of people hate each other, or these groups of people like each other, or this is changing in the culture, or that's changing in the culture. If you want it, first of all, I try to avoid the initial news flash at all costs. But if you hear it, step 2 is just try not to think about it, put it out of your mind. Step 3 is where I would basically close my eyes and ears to all news sources and just double check it, fact check it, so to speak, against real life. Go out, touch grass, look around, say, is this actually the case? And I'm guessing it's not.